Springhouse Run here, it runs into the Arboretum, and just behind me it joins another stream called Hickey Run, which is a larger stream that then goes into the Anacostia River.
The Arboretum is a wonderfully preserved wild place that it's also a research lab on horticulture, but it's an amazing asset, is that there's a spring. It's called Springhouse Run because it comes out of that little spring house that's there. And years ago, when there was a farm there, you go to the spring house to get fresh water for your family, for your animals.
Most recently, it was used as a brick-making facility, mining clay, burning materials and coal to fire the clay into brick. So as a result of that, there was lots of really nasty saturated clay throughout the former stream system, to the point that we couldn't even find bottom here. 400 years of aggressive anthropogenic changes to a site.
Like a lot of our urban streams over decades ago, they were straightened. Engineers like to straighten streams and get the water in and out as quickly as they could to avoid flooding, mosquitoes, nuisance things.
And that had really been just turned into a drainage ditch.
That was simply conveying surface water from point A to point B.
And it goes shooting through there.
No material processing, no real habitat for any biology there.
The stream bank started to incise and erode down. That sediment, the only place for it to go is downstream and eventually to the Anacostia River, where that sediment builds up. It makes the river shallower, the temperature warmer.
Imagine big tall sailing ships traversing up and down this river. It was 40 feet deep and about a mile wide in many places. Since then it's been channelized and controlled by Army Corps of Engineers, but these were really our industrial superhighways.
What the challenge is to come up with ways to go back to the natural filtration that happens when it rains and it just goes into the ground. And then it goes into the groundwater before it hits the river, and then it's clean.
We get all these contaminants and pollutants into the river if it comes directly to it. If it goes through the groundwater first, the groundwater processes actually clean the water, and then it will eventually find its way to the water body. It'll find its way down to the drain and out to the Chesapeake Bay.
We've tested from 5 different sites along the stream. At the outfall, E. coli is at its highest, and as it makes its way down the stream, it starts to filter out a lot of the pollutants and the bacteria. There's relatively less E. coli down at the bottom. So after big rain events like what we just had, the dissolved oxygen has gone way up, which is a good thing for aquatic life and things like that.
Contractors removed a lot of material from the floodplain.
5,000 truckloads of really nasty clay from this area to get a broad, shallow area less than 2 feet deep across the width of the stream valley.
So that when we do get these big events, the stream will spread out and we'll get some connectivity there with the floodplain.
Ecological uplift is really a simple thing. It's bringing nature back. And in doing so, you bring water up on the floodplain, you get rid of ditches, you put water through the landscape.
This technology that's been here since the beginning of the earth, smoothing out the edges of Springhouse Run.
It creates these pools, these weirs and riffles. They're 1 foot drop elevation from Route 50 where it starts all the way down to Hickey Run here. So it's a gradual decrease in elevation, dissipates the energy.
And then making it serpentine so that it creates that bucolic brook that you think about when you think about a calming, nice place to be.
First day these projects are in the ground, they're the weakest that they're going to be. You give them a few growing seasons, they grow greener and they become stronger every day. Every rain event that goes through the system makes the system become stronger and stronger and really makes it become resilient. More resilient than any old infrastructure, city infrastructure like a pipe could ever be.
And then when you have great people like the guy that's doing it for us, if he had to take down a tree, he's able to break the tree up and kind of create his own masterpiece with that and boulders and rocks, so that as it grows, it looks as natural as it ever could be, but it functions like an incredibly efficient machine. It purifies the water, it creates habitat for birds and fish, and that sediment, it's not running into the river anymore. It's right there.
You can see that the water goes from being very turbid, hot, polluted surface water to cold, clean groundwater flows.
Underwood, he's a good contractor to work with because he knows the ecology of the system. I mean, he's behind you right now in the machine actually doing a lot of the construction too. So, we have some assurance that we know he's invested a lot. He wants to see it succeed.
Already fish start coming back up, water shore birds start coming back in, and you get this real sense that you're recreating a natural habitat in an urban area.
The cleanup of the Anacostia River in turn has become the economic driver for the city. People want to be here.